Chapter 7. Mudbloods and Murmurs. The next few days were hard for Harry. He hid whenever he saw Gilderoy Lockhart coming. Colin Creevey followed him everywhere, saying, "All right, Harry," 6 or 7 times a day and asking for photos. Hedwig was still mad about the car trip. Ron's broken wand kept sparking and making trouble. On Friday in Charms, Ron's wand flew out of his hand and hit tiny Professor Flitwick between the eyes. A big green boil grew there. Harry was glad when the weekend came. He, Ron, and Hermione planned to visit Hagrid on Saturday morning. But Oliver would woke Harry very early. "Quidditch practice," he said excitedly. Harry groaned. "It's dawn." Wood said, "New training program. We'll be the first team ready this year." Harry yawned, pulled on his scarlet robes, and went to the pitch. Colin Creevey ran after him. "I've never seen Quidditch. Can I watch?" Harry tried to say it would be boring, but Colin was too excited. On the pitch, Wood showed a big diagram with arrows and colors. He talked and talked about new moves. Fred fell asleep on Alicia's shoulder. George snored. Harry felt sleepy too. Finally Wood said, "Any questions?" George woke up. "Why didn't you tell us yesterday when we were awake?" Wood wasn't happy. They started practice. Harry flew high, feeling the cool air wake him up. It was wonderful to be back on his Nimbus 2000. Fred heard a funny clicking noise. Colin was in the stands taking pictures. "Look this way, Harry." Wood frowned. "Is he a Slytherin spy?" Harry said quickly, "He's in Gryffindor." Then Slytherins walked onto the pitch in green robes. Wood landed hard. "Flint. This is our time." Marcus Flint, the Slytherin captain, smirked. "Plenty of room for everyone, Wood." Angelina, Alicia, and Katie joined them. The Slytherins stood shoulder to shoulder, grinning. Wood shouted, "I booked the pitch." Flint held up a note. "Professor Snape says we can train today, for our new Seeker." A smaller boy stepped forward, smirking. It was Draco Malfoy. Fred glared. "Aren't you Lucius Malfoy's son?" Flint said, "Look at the brooms my father gave our team." They held up shiny Nimbus 2001s. "Latest model," Flint said. "Outstrips your old clean sweeps." The Gryffindors stared. Malfoy smirked wider. Ron and Hermione ran over. "What's happening?" Malfoy said, "I'm the new Slytherin Seeker, Weasley." Ron gaped at the brooms. Hermione said sharply, "At least no one on Gryffindor bought their way in." They got in on talent. Malfoy's face twisted. "No one asked you, you filthy little mudblood." The word made everyone freeze. Then chaos. Fred and George lunged. Flint blocked them. Alicia shrieked. Ron pulled his wand. "You'll pay for that." The green jet shot from Ron's broken wand, backward. It hit him in the stomach. He fell back, burping slugs. The Slytherins howled with laughter. Malfoy was on his knees, banging the ground. Harry and Hermione pulled Ron up. "We'd better get him to Hagrid's." Colin followed, taking pictures. "Hold him still, Harry." Harry snapped, "Get out of the way, Colin." They dragged Ron to Hagrid's cabin. Hagrid opened the door. "Been wondering when you'd come." He wasn't surprised about the slugs. "Better out than in," he said, putting a basin in front of Ron. Ron burped slugs into it. Harry told Hagrid about Lockhart giving advice on Kelpies. Hagrid growled, "If one word was true, I'll eat my kettle." Hermione said, "Professor Dumbledore thought he was the best man for the job." Hagrid said, "He was the only man." No one lasts long in defense against the dark arts. People think it's jinxed. Ron moaned. Who was Malfoy cursing? Harry said, he called Hermione Mudblood. Hagrid looked outraged. He didn't. Ron explained, it's a foul name for someone with Muggle parents. Some wizards, like Malfoy's family, think pure blood is better. Hagrid said proudly, and they haven't invented a spell our Hermione can't do. Hermione blushed bright red. Ron burped another slug. It's disgusting. Most wizards are half-blood anyway. If we didn't marry Muggles, we'd die out. Hagrid showed them his giant pumpkins for Halloween. Getting big, aren't they? Harry asked, what have you been feeding them? Hagrid looked around. A bit, oh, help. He nodded at his pink umbrella. Harry knew his wand was hidden inside. Hermione said, an engorgement charm? Hagrid grinned. Your little sister said the same. She was looking round the grounds yesterday, hoping to run into someone here. He winked at Harry. Harry said, oh, shut up. Ron snorted, and sprayed slugs. Hagrid roared with laughter. Watch me pumpkins. They said goodbye and walked back. Harry felt better. Even with slugs and Malfoy, he had friends, and he was back at Hogwarts.